Hi. I don't know whether you'd call this lateral thinking or vertical thinking or integrated thinking or any sort of thinking. But it has been said that everything that is already exists, has always existed, will always exist, and is in existence now. In the great now moment, the only moment which really exists. If this is the case, and everything that's ever existed, can exist, is there already, it means that there is nothing new. It already exists. And if that's the case, anything that we can imagine, anything, already exists somewhere. There is no thought that we can have which hasn't already been thought. Which makes us think, well, what's aware of this? What's aware of it? Of course, we could call it the universe. We could call it infinite intelligence. We could call it God. It doesn't matter what we call it. It's not affected to the extent where it's going to change in any way. The fact is, it is. It's all very profound, isn't it? It means, though, that ideas are illimitable. Our belief that ideas are illimitable, this is what makes us think that when you read some science fiction and you say, well, that can't happen, you're wrong. We're wrong. It's already happened. You know, the old not Star Wars, the old beam me up, Scotty. And people used to say, oh, how can that happen? How can a human being be broken down in their molecular structure, reassembled on the ground somewhere else and still have everything there, still be the same human being? Thing is, if it can be imagined, then it does exist. We just haven't worked out the technology, the way to bring it into existence in our world. We should never poo-poo something and say, no, impossible. If it can be imagined, if it can be thought up, if it can be calculated in higher mathematics and found to be valid or true, then it is true. The only restrictions we've got, really, are the restrictions, the limits, the parameters we put upon ourselves. We need to realise that. We can punch holes through those parameters. We can knock the bricks out of the wall that surround us. We just need to keep an open mind and to want to do it. We need to think about that. Imagine ourselves doing it. Imagination is the first step to creating the actuality.